Hi, I'm Carl Anderson of Cougar Gundogs. We get a lot of inquiries about leads and slip leads and how to use them, and it's astonishing how many people don't know how to use them, and they think just putting a lead on a dog and going for a walk is the way. But if you put a slip lead on the wrong way, it can have the opposite effect that you want it to have. And when you first get a slip lead, you need to get the right slip lead. Once the dog's fully trained and can walk to heel, it can walk to heel on any lead, any bit of string, even a bit of a farmer's bale twine, it can walk to heel on. But to start with, we need the right equipment. If the lead's too long, we won't be able to get the correction right. If it's too short, we won't be able to get the correction right. If it's too thick, it'll feel cumbersome, and everything will just go against us rather than going for us. So we've got a selection of slip leads here now. And these are just in different colours and different thicknesses. So we've got a yellow, which is 8mm and great for retrievers. Just the 8mm, it just feels a little bit more comfortable for retrievers, HPR, the bigger dogs. And plus the fact when we drop it in the grass, we can't lose it. We've got a black one, which a lot of people like the black colour. And again, if you drop it in the grass, it's okay. We can generally find it, but not as good as the yellow. And then we've got the 6mm variety, which comes in all the colours, but the 6mm I like for the spaniels. It's just that little bit more lighter, a little bit more responsive for the spaniels, and it just seems to work better for the training we do. But really it's what you're comfortable with in thickness. So if we use this black one just for this demonstration, the correct way of putting them on, and it's up to you. Slip leads get a lot of bad press and they choke dogs, they're no good for dogs, they put too much pressure on the windpipe, really it's all a load of nonsense. It's just a load of nonsense someone's making up, and if they're used correctly, they're the best thing there is. Remember, a dog was never ever bred to be on a lead. It's only because we live in this busy life that dogs need to be on a lead. So I walk Rain on the left, so I'm just going to try and turn to the camera. Rain, come here. And I like all my dogs to be able to put the lead on and take it off. I like to train them that, and I can train them that as a puppy. Now if the dog moves the head, all we've got to do is stroke her gently, put the lead on, take it off. Put the lead on, take it off. If I'm forcing the dog, then getting the lead on the correct way could always be a bit of a mistake and we get it on the wrong way. But in a perfect world, this ring needs to be dropping down like that. So the dog is going, the lead is slack on the dog's neck all the time. If we was to turn it round and walk the dog on the left hand side with the ring up, we'd be choking the dog. We can't release that ring, and that is the common problem. So it's having it correct in the first place. So if I put this little lead on Rain, that lead should hang slack like that at all times and be able to go slack. If I put it on the wrong way, what would happen? That's totally tight now all the time on her, and that is just the wrong way, and that's where the mistake is. Now, if you've got a dog and you've got a slip lead on it and the dog is pulling tight like that, that's the dog doing that. That's not the lead, that's no fault of the lead, it's no fault of the handler. It means the dog hasn't been shown how to heel in the first place. If you've got the correct type of training lead, and that's all these are just training leads, what we can do, when the lead goes slack, when the dog pulls the lead tight like that, we would slack off and we would give a gentle tap. This is polypropylene, so there's no stretch in it, so all the vibration goes down to the dog. Now if you're doing that, you're out of control and you shouldn't be let loose with a lead of any description. But the idea would be just gentle taps and we get the dog to turn with us. Now, if I just put it on Rain a minute, look at Rain's little tail, she's happy, and I just give her a little tap, look of her tail, little tap, look of her tail, yeah, she's not bothered about that. And it's not hurting her, and there's no way we would want to hurt her. Now, if we was putting the lead on the right hand side, so we wanted the dog to walk on the right hand side, we would basically put the lead on. So this loop, this stainless steel ring, and it's stainless steel for the extra weight, will just drop down, slide up, drop down. And that is a perfect scenario. Now, if you're one of these people who walk down the streets, and you always want the dog away from the road. So on the way out, you walk your dog on your left, and on the way back, you walk your dog on the right. You're overcomplicating it. And we've got to be careful, because in some of the cities it's real busy, but try and plan your route. So I always like to walk the dogs on my left, unless a customer wants me to walk them on the right, then we do so. But pick one side and stick to it, and it'll save the dog crossing over, and it'll save you thinking, God, I've got to change the lead this way, that way, and confusing it. So it's very simple. Just sit your dog at home, put your lead on your arm, and just fuss your dog. And you can do that when you're watching telly and anything, and you're just learning to put that lead on the dog correctly without that big fight. And this will help you outside when you've let the dog off the lead and the dog don't want to come back, because when the dog comes back, it knows it's going to go on that lead, and it's the end of the fun. So you just basically just condition them, and it will take a bit of time, and then it'll be perfect, won't it? And that's what's got to happen. That lead's got to drop. So that's just a little insight into slip leads. They're a great bit of kit if used correctly, but you need the right type of lead to start you off on the journey. I hope that's been helpful for everyone. Thanks for watching.